Welcome to the UK's smallest airport.
This is Humberside Airport and we're going to show you around.
Now, according to several online articles, which may or may not be credible, Humberside Airport is the UK's quietest commercial airport. Sitting in this rural, remote part of the Lincolnshire countryside, it just so happens to be 20 miles away from where Tom and I live. Every year, Humberside sees around 140,000 passengers, which, when you compare that to the UK's busiest airport of London Heathrow, having 80 million passengers per year, you can probably already tell the kind of differences that I'm talking about. But without further ado, me, Tom, and the 12 other people in the airport have got a flight to catch. We are here at our local airport, which is just crazy, and it also happens to be the smallest commercial airport in the United Kingdom. There are 5 that are really similar. I think the others are like Norwich, Newquay. This takes the title for number 1.
So today we're flying to Athens via Schiphol. We're on KLM as well, which is, I've never flown KLM.
No, me neither.
And I've never flown to Schiphol, so 2 new experiences today.
Yeah, and I have never flown from here. Tom has flown out of Humberside before, but as you can see, we're already inside. We're going to throw it back to when we were outside, start at the beginning, and walk you through our whole experience, because I'll be honest, right now, sort of feels like I'm in a school hall.
Years ago, they used to do like holiday packages in the summer, and we went to Ibiza. I think it was like 2006, 5.
Oh, so you were super small.
Yeah, but yeah, they stopped doing it because I don't think it was
Well,
particularly popular.
not to spoil it, but when we walked in, there is a massive TUI sign over there behind us, and I was like, oh my goodness, TUI operate out of here. No, they just operate flights to Palma, Mallorca.
That's still pretty
Once
cool.
a week.
That's still pretty cool.
Once a week. Yeah, it's cool if you want to go once a week to Mallorca.
How popular that is?
Probably not very, because it's so expensive. That's the thing with these small airports. It's not actually cheaper to fly out of here.
But it's convenient.
Today it was very convenient, and today it was cheaper because we're connecting through Schiphol. So we're going to throw it back and I'm going to bring you along. But welcome to the UK's smallest airport. Somebody's got to do this video, and it helps that we're from here.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Humberside. Look how tiny this is. Yeah, the helicopter terminal looks bigger than the regular departure lounge, but on first impressions, I have to say, it kind of does just look like a leisure centre or something. We are based in Beverley, East Yorkshire. This is Humberside Airport, just south of the Humber Bridge, and it is our local airport. However, I have never flown from here. This is what it looks like. There we go. For further context, it hasn't been called Humberside since the 90s. Like, this area is not called Humberside anymore, but clearly they've just not updated the airport name. And that's all right. No, I don't know what they would call it. It's not even in Yorkshire, it's in Lincolnshire. No, Humberside doesn't exist. So this is what we've got. As you can see, it's pretty tiny. We just got dropped off in the short stay car park, which was free to drop off in, so that's pretty good. And predominantly the only routes they actually run from here are across to Amsterdam, and then you would connect in Schiphol for everywhere else.
Pretty much just KLM flights.
Literally. But we could be wrong, let's see. Oh yeah, and Jersey, actually. If you want to visit Jersey, you can go from here. The leaving out of this airport today is just 1 flight, and it is ours. Oh, it's just disappeared. They must do a 5:30 flight once a day to Amsterdam. And this is what we're working with, guys. Like, it is literally just this room. I have been in people's houses that are bigger than this.
We can pick check-in desk 3 or 4.
Oh, 3 or 4. We're so spoiled for choice. You know what? I am actually quite surprised, because there is a TUI check-in desk. I'm not sure where TUI are flying to from here. I've never seen that before. And then there's Eastern Airways, and then there's, oh no, oh my goodness, tomorrow to Palma, Mallorca. Jersey, Amsterdam, and Palma. TUI are operating to Palma, Eastern Airways are operating to Jersey, and KLM are operating to Amsterdam. Here we go, let's go check this bag in. Here we go, economy check-in, that's us. Actually not one single other soul here, just the staff. How much is it to pay for that? So already what's happened?
We were about 3 kilos over.
Yes, we were 3 kilos over, but you know what?
I knew it was heavy.
There it goes. Hopefully we're going to see it on the other side. The thing was, I'd already actually taken everything out of that bag that I could take out of it. Like, I'd been through it, but it's because we're sharing 1 suitcase, so all is well. The lady at the check-in desk was lovely. That was customer service that you would not get at a busy airport. She actually went personally and found us a tote bag so that we could put some stuff into it, so that we didn't have to pay to check it in, which is very lovely. Not the Ryanair service.
It's such a mockery anyway, really.
Oh yeah, I know, definitely.
We're bringing the same stuff.
Oh yeah, it's just all to do with ticking the boxes, ticking the numbers. So we are currently in what is, I presume, both the departures and the arrivals.
Oh, it's just that.
The departures is behind us. We've got the security to go through. I'll just quickly show you what else we've got. So we've got a Royal Mail postbox, obviously the essentials. And other than that, I mean, it does say Aviator Food and Bar over there. That's closed. We've got Today Express. That's also closed. And we've got Airport Travel, which is also closed. Yeah, I honestly was actually kind of hoping to be able to get like a drink. Yeah, I was actually really, well, I guess we've not gone through yet, so maybe on the other side there might be a shop.
I think there is like a little canteen style thing.
You've flown out of here before.
Yeah, years ago, but when we flew with Rich, so Rich flew us in his little Cessna Caravan, and he flew us, so this was like where he must borrow it from, I guess.
Right. Basically, Tom's best friend is a pilot, now as a pilot for EasyJet, but previously he was just flying little Cessna planes, like when he was getting his hours up and stuff.
Domestic arrival, so where does it fly domestically?
Jersey.
Is that it?
Oh, this is arrivals. Okay, so on this side you can literally see arrival. You've got the door and that's it. So if you're here and you're looking for foreign holiday destinations, your options are Mallorca with TUI or Amsterdam with KLM. That is it. And I think throughout the year they don't even always operate the Mallorca flight. Like, I'm pretty sure through the winter it is just Amsterdam, which is why I've never flown from here, because 9 times out of 10, like when I've been checking on Skyscanner, it's really expensive to fly that route and it's so much cheaper to fly out of Manchester or Leeds. However, today, for whatever reason, KLM from Humberside was coming out as the cheapest way to get to Athens, which is crazy because it's not a direct route. So yeah, I'm always scanning, I'm always looking. I am a Skyscanner fiend and I'm always checking Humberside. Like every flight I've ever flown, I check Humberside first because I think if I can connect even just into Schiphol, it's still saving me so much time. Like I don't have to drive over to Manchester, we don't have to drive down to London. This is what, 35 minutes from where we live?
Yeah, literally, I mean...
Not even that.
Saying the traffic was quite bad
Traffic was
today.
awful. Here we go, we're heading to departures, which is to our left. We've taken a total of about 3 steps so far. This was the door we came in, this was where we checked in. You can do the what?
Lottery.
Oh wow, we can pass some time doing the lottery. Alright, so we've made it to the departures and it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. So obviously, I think, well I say obviously, I don't know how obvious it is, a lot of the people that use this airport are the people that are working offshore on the rigs. Like obviously, we're on the east coast of England, a lot of the riggers use this as a base to like fly up to Scotland, I think. Yeah, linking Hull, Aberdeen and Grimsby, so that makes sense. And then Tom over here, I think is eyeing up the bar. You wanting a snack?
Yeah.
I think I could definitely do a little snack. I'm pleasantly surprised because I didn't think that there would be anywhere to get food here. No, there's like, look at this guys, it's actually like quite nice. It kind of does feel like we're in a lounge somewhere. They also do have a Volta in duty free, which I didn't expect them to even have a duty free. We made a joke, didn't we? Like if we forgot our sunglasses we wouldn't be able to get any here, but yeah. And then over there on the wall, I'll go over in a second, there's a big Amy Johnson mural. A mural. So this is what I was talking about. Amy Johnson's actually from Hull and she was the first person to fly solo, no, the first woman to fly solo from London all the way to Australia, which is pretty crazy. Now I definitely played this down here because I was super aware of this man listening to me vlogging, but Amy Johnson's probably the coolest person to come out of Hull. Because what do you mean you flew solo to Australia as a girl in the 1930s? Like absolute credit. I think we should rename the airport after her, just saying. Okay, so there's like a snack bar and then there's like an actual bar behind it, so you could actually get a drink. So I was thinking all airports usually you can get a little bev. Didn't know if you'd be able to here, but you can. This is the snack selection and then this is the hot food selection, which really pleasantly surprised that I think I actually might get cheese and tomato toasty. Cost a £5, it feels a little bit soggy, I'm not gonna lie. Here's Tom. We've managed to bag a whole sofa area. So I will say it does still sort of feel as though we're sitting in like somebody's front room. Like it's definitely not the biggest space. It's also very quiet. Like usually I kind of feel as though an airport is one of the easiest places to vlog because you're really just like part of the crowd, whereas here it feels like every single person can hear me talking because there's just not very many people in the room, and obviously everybody that's in the room is on our flight because there's only one flight going out. Yeah, I do kind of feel as though it almost feels like we're getting like a private plane.
What have you got?
A bucket of wine, the size of that. Did you ask for an extra large?
No, it's just a large, but then it was the rest of the bowl, so she just poured the rest of it in.
Guys, I'm gonna be drunk before we land in Amsterdam. I don't even think we've got time for me to drink this.
And all of that, so I got a cider, chocolate bar, and a toasty, all came to £15. I don't think that's too bad for an airport.
It's not too bad for an airport, yeah. So if you were wondering, the internet speed for this airport is actually really good. Like I am somebody that uses internet in airports all the time. That is not bad. Like also this glass of wine is laughable, by the way. I did not order this. I asked him for a small glass of wine. He got me a large and then they finished the bottle, which is why that is a goblet of wine. That is an act of service love language right there.
It looks good to be fair.
It does look good. That is actually really good. We only have an hour in Schiphol to connect, so I was thinking like we actually might not have time to grab food. I'm happy with that. Look at this for a gourmet dinner, and the Wi-Fi is rapid. Really rapid, yeah.
Any tomato in there? Just cheese.
It's a lot of cheese. So we do actually have a duty free, like I was saying. Wasn't actually expecting this, but there's more in here than I thought there might be. They've got the classic sunglasses. They've even got some fragrances. Like, it does smell like a duty free in here, which is, wow, they've got GHD. Oh, good if you forgot your hair straighteners. Maybe I'll have to do the classic spray before I fly. You've got your alcohol over here. It's just a classic duty free, to be honest. Like, there's not much to report back about it, but it is maybe a little bit smaller than most. But like, for the size of the airport, it's actually quite big. Oh, you've got your chocolates over here. Here's a fun fact for you guys. If you ever see this Cartwright and Butler, these are actually an East Yorkshire based brand. Also, they're actually really, really good. Separate to them being a local company, these are really, really good. Your classic London memorabilia, despite being about 300 miles north of London. Pretty busy in here now, as you can see. Everybody's waiting for this flight to Schiphol. However, here's Thomas. There are rumours about this place that it is going to be delayed. I haven't heard it officially. They've not actually said anything. They haven't mentioned it, but it's meant to be boarding in 10 minutes. Doesn't look like the plane is here. And we can see that because there's nothing outside. It's not as if it like, oh, that could be our plane or that could be our plane. Like, there are no other planes and there's just no planes currently. Although, is that not an Eastern Airways plane? Can't we just take that one? Oh, true, yeah, we're not flying Eastern Airways, we're flying KLM. Just temporarily forgot the airline. The issue with that is we only actually have an hour and a half at Schiphol, and Schiphol airport is massive. If you've ever been to Amsterdam, it's like a hub airport connecting the world. I actually hate it. I hate it with a passion, but it is convenient to connect through. Like, it is a good connecting airport, but we don't have very long, so we'll see. But that's not really part of the review, although I guess it kind of is, because like, we're in the smallest airport in the UK. There's one flight going out today, and that one flight can't be on time. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, it's all good. I've got my laptop, the Wi-Fi works, I've had the biggest glass of wine ever. Well, I haven't, I've barely dented it, but that still looks like a fresh glass of wine. And there's potential that we're going to be here for a little while. Alright, we're finally boarding. We're a little bit late, about half an hour. Yeah, so overall, what are we delayed by? 30 minutes?
What was the original flight time?
I don't even know. Honestly, Tom and I are so haphazard now when we travel. It's actually concerning. Like,
supposed to leave at 25 to 6. So yeah, roughly half.
Yeah, 30 minutes late. It's actually not too bad. I think.
But it won't take an hour.
The difference is because it's a small airport and there's not many planes running. 30 minutes feels like a lot. But if you're on any other airline or from any other airport, you're on the runway for 30 minutes sometimes. Overall, the experience here. Easy, calm, quiet. It's very cold. The air conditioning is very intense in this room. But yeah, I mean, I'd fly from here again. If it was cheaper, if it was not like usually a lot more expensive, I would definitely use this as a bit of a hub. A lot of people are flying onwards from Schiphol to like around the world. There was a couple flying to Australia. Yeah. A couple flying to Singapore. Quite a lot of people connecting within Europe.
It's a good connecting hub, I guess. So if you can get there, like to Schiphol, which is ideal from here, then you can really go anywhere.
Literally. It's so warm. Who would know that this was cold? It's pretty much cold. Bye, Humberside Airport. The pilots are loving the camera. That guy's laughing. Hello. It's the DJI Pocket Osmo 3. It's very handy little gimbal.
Oh,
good for filming.
I have an Insta 360.
Oh, do you? Do you use it much?
All the time.
Really? Because I looked at that when I was getting this. I was comparing between the two.
So I do this crazy thing called paramotoring.
Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness me.
Basically that thing.
Oh, that works really well for that, yeah.
360 to record it.
How does it edit the stick out? Because I see loads of people using that and I don't understand it.
So when it stitches the two sides, because it has a
on both sides,
it stitches it together and it gets rid of the bit.
Right, that's so clever.
So it looks like you've got a drone.
Yeah.
What's that again?
This is the DJI. We're on board. If you couldn't tell, we may have just befriended the pilot. But I saw him when we were walking up the ramp. I saw him like waving out of the window, and I don't know how much of that you caught, but he was showing us his TikTok, and as well as piloting, because if that's not enough of an adrenaline activity, he also does paragliding. Or something, he didn't call it paragliding, but I don't know what he said. Something I'd actually not heard. And he was like, oh, I use the Insta 360, i360 camera with the...
It has like edits like colour work, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've always wondered how that works. It's got a camera on the front, camera on the back, and it makes like a 360 image. It looks really cool. And he was like, oh, it looks like I've got a drone, and it does, but it isn't a drone, it's like a handheld camera. So he was just asking me what this vlogging camera was, and I was just saying to Tom, like, this does attract quite a lot of attention because people aren't used to this camera. Anyway, that was very nice. So far, I will say, the experience with all of the staff, including the pilot, way better than any other airport I've been in. Genuinely. And that included my very, very thorough search at security. I was like patted down at security. The woman was very thorough, but she was lovely, so.
I feel like it's been the same, like 2 people from start to finish.
Yeah, it has. The lady, bless her, that checked us in at the baggage carousel was the one that just put us on the plane.
To be fair, that does
happen, yeah. I think it's just when you work for the
A very
airline.
good afternoon and a warm welcome on board this KLM City Hopper flight operated by Eastern Airways, shortly departing for Amsterdam.
It is Eastern Airways.
All devices must now be placed into flight safe mode.
And just like that, we landed into Amsterdam, and that is the end of this video, because this was not about our trip to Greece or our trip to Athens. This was focusing on what it was like to fly out of the UK's smallest airport. Now, I am backing this stat up purely based on a couple of articles, mainly from The Sun. So I don't know how legit that is. And if you want to counteract it and say, I actually live near the smallest airport, let me know, because I would be happy to do this video again and fly out of a different airport. Honestly, any excuse to leave the UK. Overall, as a first experience flying out from Humberside, I was pleasantly surprised. Yes, there was a minor delay, but overall, everybody was lovely. It was completely smooth sailing. There was no stress because it wasn't a big airport. And it kind of all felt very like personalized, to be honest. Because we were the only flight going out, it felt like we were being very well looked after. And we did make the connection in Schiphol and it was fine. So I would do it again. I would love the price point to be that little bit less, because it is usually more expensive. We got very lucky that this flight randomly was quite cheap to Amsterdam. I think that not too many airlines run direct flights to Athens from any UK airport, like, frequently, so I think it was just that on this day that worked. Other than that, I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you're not following me on my other social media, my Instagram and TikTok are up here. I've been posting content from our holiday in Greece, as well as lots of other short form content. I'm kind of trying to split my time between all platforms, and I really would appreciate you following me over there if you do use those social medias. Subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you guys in my next video, which is gonna be a vlog from our trip to Greece itself. And we spent a week living on a boat, so quite a unique style of holiday, and I think the video is going to be a fun one. See you soon, bye!